gamers. How's everything going? Let me know if you can hear me, as usual. I might have to turn down that volume, that's what I'm worried about tonight. H. How's the music? Is the music too loud? Yeah, I think the music's too loud. We're gonna turn down the music. Alright. We're gonna get started. First off, I have to correct my date in my notes. I wrote 5-2, it is 5-3. Alright. Hey guys, welcome back to the Fireside Chat. Today is May 3rd, 2020, in the year of our Lord. I am your host, Kyle M. Gresco. Tonight we are listening to the B-side of Glenn Miller's Greatest Hits. We listened to the A-side a couple weeks ago, as I'm sure you remember, but, sorry, itch. But I figured we should listen to the B-side. Also, I've run out of records. Please send me more records. Alright, we got a good show for you tonight. We have, among other things, a dictator, college, and some other things too. If one of y'all don't mind sending out a message, we got a big surprise at the end. Actually, I'm going to spoil it now. I have a presentation due for governor's school tonight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish my 4th point, and then I'm going to cut off. It's going to be one video, but I'm just going to present my presentation from the desk, from the set. I think that's a good idea. I think my teachers will hate me for it, and you know, honestly, if your teachers don't hate you, what are you doing? Alright? Alright? So let's just jump right into it. Send out a message if you want, I don't care. Let's jump right into it. First on our list this evening, Kim Jong-un, North Korean dictator extraordinaire. He was thought to be either dead or in a vegetative state following a heart surgery recently. However, this past week he made his first public appearance. It has been approximately 3 weeks since the last time he was in public, and we have confirmed that he is not dead. We don't know if he's alive, but he's definitely not dead. All things considered, we here at Me, It's Me, think that it's probably for the best that dictator Kim Jong-un is still alive, as his death may have caused some, ripplings across the geopolitical scene, and in the current time, that's not exactly what we're going for. So, Kim Jong-un is alive, that's point 1. We are editing what we said last week, updated for you. Point 2, and I know, we're moving kind of fast this week. We don't have we have a lot of big news, but it's not a lot of news. It's a lot of big news, but it's not a lot of it. There's just a couple of points. Man, I'm going through that water kind of fast. Hope I have enough for my presentation. Second category for the week. I'd like to pause and look at chat. Nothing new. Alright. Chat's kind of dead today. Someone should text Ben or Xander or something. It's a Sunday evening in quarantine. It's not like they have anything to be doing. Losers. Anyway. Point 2. The lyric of the week and other music things. In other music things, there's nothing. The lyric of the week this week, finally, is a viewer submission. So if you were the viewer that submitted this, finally, what took you so long? Alright. quote from the email that was sent to us. Submitters of Lyrics of the Week will remain anonymous because that's the policy I just decided. Quote, in the episode Phineas's birthday cliporama, there is a moment where Ferb imitates Perry the Platypus, leading to the shortest song in Phineas and Ferb history, titled Ferb. This song was released March 11th, 2011, when the episode aired, from the TV show Phineas and Ferb. And the lyric in question is, Ferb. I have prepared a short etude. I think I need to fix this chair. Alright. Thank you for listening to my etude. Next on, a fan favorite category. I'm sure you all know it. It's time for the colleges that are still open, baby. Alright. Yeah, we'll write on this side. It's all blank, so I don't know why it matters what side I write on. Colleges that are still open. Alright. The nation of Israel, which is located in the Middle East, near the Middle East, made the decision to open up their public schools this past week. I saw the news article today, so I don't know when they did it, but it happened sometime this past week, and thus it falls under the news we cover here at the Fireside Chats. So Israel has opened up their public schools, except for grades 11 and 12. I do not know why they did not open up those grades. If I had to guess, probably because those are the people who have either jobs or are moving around the most because of automobiles and all that jazz. The school is optional, so if parents are at risk or worried about the virus in general, they can keep their children home for safety. And some classes have been reconfigured to allow for social distancing. There are a new set of rules in place. Students must wear masks, are not allowed to touch each other, share pencils, they had to bring in special napkins. It's a whole thing. You know, the plague and all. So, added to the list of colleges that are open, the entire country, I tried to say nation state, but that's not really the thing I was going for. The entire country of Israel. I'd like to pause to look at chat. Hey, we got some boys in the chat. The boys. If you're a boy in the chat, let me know. We appreciate all of our armed service men and women here at the Fireside Chats. Go Troops. Alright. Our final category for the evening before we move on to our big presentation is the matter of murder hornets. Oh no, they're here. Oh no, the big murder hornets from Asia. They're here. They're in the Pacific Northwest. Oh no, they can kill a lot of people. They can kill a lot of bees. Oh no, it's not looking good. Murder hornets. Oh. Luckily they're in the Pacific Northwest, and as we film here, and well, not the Pacific Northwest. Imagine. We don't really have to worry that much yet. However, as we have seen throughout the past 7 broadcasts, things that happen in parts of the world tend to spread to other parts of the world. And considering that's just half a country away, the Pacific Northwest, to wherever I may or may not be filming, you should be prepared for the murder hornets. That's an official name. Murder hornets. So yeah. Murder hornets. Alright. If you have any last comments you would like me to read in chat, please send them in now. I will be setting up for my presentation for Gov School. This does involve a slight set change. I have to take the laptop and move it here so that I can present it. It's a PowerPoint presentation, and I have to move the camera. So, Hey guys, what's gaming? What's crack-a-lackin', broskies? Hopefully the camera doesn't fall over. Alright, how does this look? How does this look? This looks pretty good, honestly. Not bad. Alright, yeah, that gets most of the set in frame. You'll probably be able to see the laptop. Ben, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry. I have to move your plane for a moment. However, it will be returning shortly. The notebook is going off the desk. Leave my water, of course. What would I do without my water? Stay in school, kids. Don't carry your laptops like that. Alright. Gotta check and see. Gamers, if you're still here, I would highly advise that you stay in here because I do much better at presentations when I have an audience. And I would much appreciate an audience. Okay. Alright, gotta get professional dressed after I put the plane where it belongs. What's in my pockets is? Alright gamers, hope you got your last chats in. We're gonna head over to the PowerPoint now, which means you will not be able to see the stream anymore. And then we hit from beginning. Alright. Let's make sure you can see that. You can't. Okay, we're gonna move the... Okay, honestly, this is gonna be funny, but it's just not working at all. This is what I get for not planning things better. Okay. What do y'all think about Palestine? Just kidding. Okay. Alright, gamers. We're gonna get talking now. As soon as I clap, I will not be acknowledging you, the watchers of the Fireside Chat. Instead, I will be talking to the faculty at Mountain Vista Governor's School. So await my clap. And the moment I clap, well, then I'm presenting. Once I finish presenting, I will clap again, and that is when I will say good night to you fellows, you kind Americans, my fellow Americans. Alright. I have no idea what I'm going to do if this presentation just sucks, because it's like 10:30 probably, and I don't really have time to redo it. Yabba-dabba-yabba-da. Look for good luck. Oops, bad luck. Hey! Welcome to my presentation. I'm on the set of my weekly Fireside Chat, where I deliver news to some of my friends, and I figure while I have the set, I might as well use it to present. This presentation will be submitted alongside this video, and if you have any questions, email me at kgresco@mvgs.org. That's not the email, mvgshome.org. We're gonna start over. Oh, clap to end. Hi, I'm Kyle Gresco. This is my capstone presentation. Welcome to the set of my weekly Fireside Chat, where I deliver the news to some of my friends. We are listening to the B-side of Glenn Miller's Greatest Hits, if you are wondering. This presentation will be submitted alongside this video of me delivering the presentation If you have any questions, please email me at kgresco@mvgshome.org. Let's just jump right into it then. I have selected the portfolio option, the fine arts portfolio for my capstone. Specifically, as you can see here, music composition. I would like to take the concept of the mundane, everyday actions and activities that have sort of been eradicated by the coronavirus outbreak, and I'd like to focus in on those in my compositions and sort of try to replicate them. I'll talk more on who and how my inspirations are, and all that jazz later. A lot of my ideas for this came from, well, I'm trapped at home right now 24 hours a day and I hate it. Boy, do I miss my friends. And I want to sort of commemorate the things we've lost, well, the things I've lost through music, because music is one of the things that manages to keep my interest. I love it. I love writing. I love playing, and I love collaborate. Okay, so I'm one of the band nerds, right? I'm sure you could tell by the everything about me. My friends are also the band nerds, and it's a lot of fun to play music and write music with people. And I want to do more of that, and especially considering I'm trying to focus on the relationships between me and my friends and other people that seem sort of just normal and everyday. Collaborating with some of them on some of the songs I want to write, some of the 10 songs I want to write that was on the slide. I didn't say it because I forgot. I think that'll, excuse me. Oh no! No, running it back, we're starting again. I can't burp during a presentation. What's chat saying? Oh no. What do you mean you can't see the presentation? I can see it fine right now. Does this work? Oh. The chat isn't going to be in the presentation. Okay, how's this? Is this better? Can you see the laptop now? Okay. Can you see this? Give me something to know in chat if you can see this. Let me know in chat if you can see this. Can you read the slides? You can't read it. Okay, we're gonna... See, this is why I wanted to do this, because I knew that I'd have y'all to help me out. We're gonna turn down the brightness. I don't know how to do that. Thank you guys for being here through this. This is very important to me. Did that make it better? Did that make it better? I suppose I should go into present. Because I can read it through the screen. Oh no, that's too far away. We're going to have to scoot closer, ain't we? Alright, we've scooted closer. Can you read it yet? Can you read it? Let me know if you can read it, gamers. It's tiny. Yeah, it's tiny. It's on a laptop screen. Okay. This will be the best we get. It's all good. Which quote was it? I don't remember what quote I used. This ain't a quote. This is the question my project is framed around. I'll get to that. Alright. Woo! Third time's the charm. Alright, don't burp, don't stutter. I'm in frame, right? Is my head in frame? I hate this delay. Okay, we're gonna lift it up a little bit. That should be good. Okay. I think you should be able to see me now. Yeah? Jazz hands. Let's go check and see if you can see. Am I, okay. We're gonna go now. That wasn't the clap to start. That was an excited clap. Okay, we're at the beginning. Hi, welcome to the set of my Fireside Chat, where weekly I deliver the news to my friends. I already had it set up, so I figured it might be a good place to do my presentation. Also, I'm incredibly lazy. My capstone project will be the fine arts portfolio. Specifically, I want to do music composition. My goal is 10 songs or pieces, depending on if I feel like they need lyrics or not. I'm trying to leave as much room for creative decisions as I can. That number might change depending on, like, if you've listened to the album, Stevie Wonder album, Songs in the Key of Life, fantastic album, but there are some songs that seem like they have the same point on that album, and I don't really want to I don't want to have same song saying multiple things. I want to keep it, not short necessarily, but like, I don't want to be repetitive. I'm repeating myself now. I want to avoid that. So, 10 songs, or 10 songs or pieces. I say songs, but I don't necessarily mean they're going to have words. Some of them might have words, some of them might not have words. I don't have a specific genre of focus or a specific style of focus, because in this wonderful, wonderful time of quarantine, the only genre that matters is quarantine pop. And I cannot wait to see more quarantine pop in the future. Note, quarantine pop will not be my specific genre, because I'm hoping that I get out of quarantine before the time this project is finished. The song, okay, a grand theme for the songs and pieces, I want to focus on the mundane, the ordinary things, the ordinary interactions, activities, emotions. I don't want some big fluorescent love song or some We Are the World or anything. I don't quite feel that connection, or I don't feel like I'm qualified to write that type of music anyway, even if I wanted to. I feel very connected to this sort of everyday interpersonal stuff, which is sort of where I make my living, where I live my everyday life. It's nice. It's ordinary. I'm kind of delving into the why. I don't know if you can tell, but the very format that I'm in isn't a great formal presentation, but I put on a suit jacket, and quite frankly, I'm not in the mental mindset where I can do a formal presentation. So my inspirations of this, you guys, I'm sure know Billy Joel's Piano Man. That song is just about the ordinary people doing the ordinary things, unless I've horribly misinterpreted it. Ben Folds 5, it's a band from the 90s, alternative rock, and then the band leader Ben Folds, who went on to have a fantastic solo career, still does have a fantastic solo career, tend to write lots of like little stories about the things that have just happened to them. There's one song, the song I've been listening to a lot from Ben Folds, it's on the Rock in the Suburbs album, which is an entire album, just this type of music I want to make, where it's it's so personal. It's not grand and like, oh yes, I'm relating to it because I too live in the world. It's like, oh, this is a full person. The Ascent of Stan, fantastic song. First of all, second, it's just talking about this dude who I think was around during the Vietnam War and was very anti-war. There's the line "textbook hippie man" that repeats, and then there's the line "you wanted revolution, now you're the institution." Like, that's not necessarily a general person. There's more specifics in the song. It's a fantastic song. I recognize you listened to it. Again, The Ascent of Stan. And then we have who did I write down? They Might Be Giants. Okay. I know this is turning into me just rambling about the music I love, but I want to take the things I love, sort of squish them all together, and then make music that's mine, and I want it to be about the things I want to write about, and I want to write about the everyday, ordinary things. Like, I don't know. Hopefully this makes sense. Again, if you have any questions, email me. Hopefully I can explain it better when I'm forced to think about the words I'm saying instead of just rambling. They Might Be Giants, fantastic band. You know the Istanbul, not Constantinople people? They've been around since the 90s too. They have like 20-some albums. And their music is just about, again, ordinary people doing ordinary things. And there's some sort of personalness and beauty in that I really, 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 really like and really want to make my own of. The Beatles, I wrote that down because the song A Day in the Life, which is I did a cover, I did, one of those like quarantine collaboration things. Yeah, I did one of those with the boys, sent it to my band director. It's not the whole song, it's the last 2 minutes or so, but I now hold that song very personally. Plus, big fan of Paul McCartney. Shout out to Paul. Yeah, so that's all for inspirations. I hope you can see that I really, really like music. It's sort of, it's the one thing I can always come back to, and it's never done. And I think that's important. I spend a lot of my time, I'm big into marching band and indoor drumline, and that's just it's the same music, but every day you come in and every day you try and do it better, and it's never done, and that's fantastic. I love that idea that it's never perfect, because it keeps me working. Because a lot of the times I can find good enough, and good enough works, but I don't want to just be good enough. I want it to be perfect, and I want to keep reaching for perfect. And I know that sounds weird, because like if it's never perfect, I'm never gonna finish it, and that's maybe one of the things that stopped me from finishing things in the past. But if it's a grade with a due date, there has to be a point where I say, okay, this is the best I can get it for now. And maybe I come back to work on it, maybe I just call it done then. But I want to work on music, and I really love music, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. What's my last point? Yeah, preservation of the life. Again, I've been like tossed out of my bunk bed with this whole quarantine thing, because I'm a very social person who kind of likes having friends. Hopefully that's obvious. And I get a lot of my energy from interacting with other people, and like even just pretending I'm talking to people, it's giving me a huge jolt of energy. That's why I do these fireside chats every week. So I want to preserve those things I took for granted, that the like bantering about with the drum line, the little things like that. Personal flaws that aren't big world-ending things, but like, oh, someone's always late. Like that's nice. That's a person. Flaws are what makes us human. I have no sources to back that up. Don't make me cite that. Okay, next point. My core question is, I want to get this wording right. How can music be used to convey everyday, ordinary interactions, events, and emotions? So I'm talking about like, again, I'm delving way deeper than I think this presentation was intended for, but one of my earlier concepts was like the concept of home. And I've been stuck in my house where I have everything I could possibly need, but I still haven't felt home. Mom and Dad, if you're watching this, I love you. Don't take that the wrong way. I'm missing my friends. I'm missing the things that made me me. I'm stuck here with all the food I could ever eat, all the water I could ever drink. Cheers. All the stupid things I could ever do, and I'm still missing something. And maybe that's greed. Maybe that's me not being thankful enough for the things I took for granted. But I want that old life back, and so I want to preserve that. Hopefully I don't start crying during this presentation. Okay. Documentation. It's really weird because I'm not organized, but I really like keeping track of what I've done. For the Fireside Chats, I keep pages and pages of notes. Everything I've ever started has lyrics and then scribbled out and then replaced lyrics and like chords, little script. I like having it and being able to look back and go, okay, I actually did this. And so a journal format works well because I can just not scribble it in, but real quick write in what I did, the day I did it, how long it took me to do. And then also it being a journal lets me have an output for my thoughts, for my documentation of like the actual music itself beyond just the actions of the music. So, excuse me, I hope I wrote examples in. Yeah, so like example, 2 hours spent on June 18th, 2020, whatever. But then also, I could keep track of like the modifications I did to the music. So like if I added, the example I used on there is added funk to the bass line. You know. But then there's also that documentation of ideas. There's a musician named Jacob Collier, who I sent a wildcard email to, hoping he would respond to me, and he didn't. But he's a fantastic musician, huge inspiration. Love the man. He's like 27. He's won 4 Grammys. He's outstanding. He keeps a journal of sorts, and one of the pages he talked about in an interview, I have too much time, is the types of silence. So he's got a page in this journal-esque thing he keeps. It's not like a diary or anything. Just when he has something he wants to write about, he writes about it. And the types of silence. And I don't remember what all the types of silence were, but that's part of what's up to me to do. Yeah. So like I want to write down things like that, the little details that maybe I can use to try and emulate a certain thing. I hope this presentation isn't being graded for professionalism. I couldn't find a rubric. That doesn't mean there wasn't a rubric. Okay. I think I've talked about everything on this page. Again, I'm posting this presentation with the video. The requirement just said do a video, so I'm doing what I can. Research. Okay, so I wasn't quite sure what this meant, and that's on me. But, like, obviously I'm going to need to do more research, and I am no professional musician. I am a very amateur musician. So, like, music theory, constructing a melody, constructing rhythms, making things jive, all that fun stuff. And then I've been saying songs/pieces, because if I do decide to go into words, that's a whole other realm of stuff I gotta research. I gotta research lyricism, what's good, what sucks, why does it suck, make it not suck, help. And I wrote how to make a bop on there, because this is a very personal project, but I also want it to be good. You know, I don't want to make music just for me. That's cool and all, and I really respect the people who can make music just for them, but I want people to be able to listen to it and go like, yeah, that's nice. Or, I have a friend Xander Romiak. He wasn't anything. He still is awesome, but he conducts a lot to music. He was the drum major, altar marching band. So he'll conduct to the music he likes. He'll learn how to conduct it, and that's really cool. And this isn't specifically what I mean, but I want to make music that people could do their thing to. Like, I want to make something that Xander would go, nice, and then or whatever. I don't know how to conduct. I play drum. Okay. So yeah, melody, instrumentation is a big thing. I don't have access to an orchestra. That would be sick if I did, but I don't. So I'm gonna have to make do with the stuff I do have, with the friends I have who can play, with the stuff I have that I can play, with the limited studio recording stuff that I have, unless I can find grander stuff. Or if I decide to do all live performances, I'm gonna have to find people who can play, because the presentation thing is an aspect of it. It said either the option of recordings or live performance. And so I don't know what I'm going to write yet, but obviously if stuff is better suited for live performance, I'm going to have to figure out all that. I'm going to have to figure out instrumentation for that, all the practicalities of that. I love the little practicalities stuff. Yeah. Okay, looking forward to that. So research, there's books on music theory, there's books on melody, instrumentation, all that jazz. And I'm sure I could find poetry books, because lyrics are more or less just poetry set to words. That's my very basic understanding of lyrics. I don't do much with lyrics. I just listen to Ben Folds and he says something funny and I go, nice. And we move on. But I want to do something like that. And if I need lyrics, I'll do lyrics. You know, all that jazz. Research. Look into it before you do it. I've learned that. Thanks, Miss Harrington. Okay, collaborative expert. Please don't just cut me off immediately for this. I don't have a collaborative expert yet. It's not entirely my fault, although it is partially my fault. I have been out of it, to put it lightly, with all this nonsense, and so I didn't put as much I didn't put as much time and preparation into this long term, into the capstone project, as I probably should have. I didn't start looking for a mentor until probably a week or two ago. So, but what I've been doing is I've been emailing people because I can't go knock on their door or something right now, and I haven't gotten responses. Like, not just denials, like just no response. And so I'm working on that. I'm working with my dad. He's a big musician. He knows a bunch of people. I don't want my dad to be my mentor because I struggle with sharing things with my parents. If they watch this, hi Dad, not your fault. So I want it to be someone that I don't like personally know. Well, that I personally know, but that I don't like. Like, I don't want my dad. Love my dad. Great dad. 10 out of 10. Don't want it to be my dad. So, but he's got contacts. So I'm working through the list. All that jazz. It's a work in progress. I can update all of this as soon as I get it. I just don't want to email someone, have them take a while to respond because, you know, they're also in disarray with this nonsense of a world we live in right now. And then have them respond back and then have to say, hey, sorry, I already found another mentor. Thank you, though, because I don't know how to write that email. And maybe that's something I can work on and just figure out. But I'd like to avoid that if at all possible. So I'm working through it. We'll update that. In summary, don't have an expert yet, but don't stab me for it. It's a work in progress. Okay, last slide, or second to last slide. Brief timeline. I'm going to have to read this one because it's a lot. So, coronavirus limitations. Here's the thing. I'm stuck at home, and I talked about that collaboration thing and how I work a lot better, or not work a lot better, I work more motivatedly sometimes when I have people to bounce off of and collaborate with and like I'm talking to someone. But I can't really do that as much now. I can't call up my buddy and be like, hey Logan, you want to jam in the basement? Because there's no, that's not happening. So there's that, but I'm fingers crossed that this all blows over sooner or later. Hope you and your family are healthy and safe, by the way. But so there's that limitation, and that also prohibits me from meeting a mentor in person. And you know, well, not completely, but I don't want to like lug a piano to a park or something. Okay. Timeline. First of all, ASAP. Mentor. We're working on that. Let you know when that happens. June 30th is when I want to have a general outline for the 10 songs, or if I decide it doesn't need to be 10 songs, all that. I want to have general outlines, and then by the end of summer is when I want to have definite outlines. I'm giving myself a lot of room over summer because I don't know what the situation will be over summer. And I want to make sure that if I can't get things done for some reason or another, I have area to adjust around that. So these are all like minimum goals. I expect to be way above them. But I kind of have some self-esteem problems, and I don't want to like miss something or like not be like, oh yeah, I'm 50% of the way done by the end of quarter one, and then be beating myself up for it. Hopefully that'll happen. I think I can make that happen. I'm not confident in myself to do that. Okay, I am talking too much, and I am probably not giving myself a better shot. Cheers. So, yeah, end of quarter one, at least a quarter of the pieces. I said a quarter and not 2.5 because 1, 2.5 is dumb to say in terms of music, and 2, because if that number adjusts, I don't want to be like, oh yeah, but you said you'd have 3 or 2.5 done by now. So there's that. That's the same thing for the rest of them. Q2 is at least half of them. Q3 is at least 3/4, and then by 3 weeks before Symposium, I want to be showing this stuff to people, asking for thoughts. Of course, throughout the process, I'll be asking, like, hey, what do you think of this tune? And hopefully they'll be like, it's sick. But I mean, like, okay, is the bass too loud? Is the bass too quiet? Do I need less loud horn pops? Should there be horn pops? All that jazz. And then 3 weeks before Symposium, I want to start doing that because that should all be minor adjustments. Nothing like huge re-recording. Any re-recording or rewrites I would like to happen first 3/4. I'm gesturing behind the laptop and you can't see it. Okay. Parental permission. Okay, we're going on a field trip. Come with me. Are we good? Okay, we're good. Do. Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
Can I do the capstone?
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Hi.
Dab. He didn't dab. Okay. So yeah, they said yes. I planned that. I definitely planned that. But we did that all before. Hopefully I'm still in frame. So that's my parental permission. They signed the form too. Okay, that's all I have. Any questions, email me at kgrusco@mvgshome.org. And thank you for listening to me. Hopefully this hasn't been 20 minutes. Hope you're safe. Hope your family's safe. And listen to Ben Folds if you got some time. That's all I have. All right. Catch you around. Cool. Game over. All right. I'm going to check chat. Let's see what chat's saying. Oh, y'all have a lot of stuff y'all said. Oh, boy. Okay, quote. It isn't in frame. He's nervous. Dang it. Roll with the pitcher. Mario Kart in the back. Nothing says quarantine pop like Trolls 2. I'm rocking the suburbs. Just like Quiet Riot did. I'm rocking the suburbs. Except that they were talented. Delving. Roasting parents. Don't cry. That doesn't get you a good grade. Actually, Logan, it's been 5 days. Okay. Jive, you gotta feel it in your heart, dude. Zunder. He wasn't anything. Oh, hopefully that video lag didn't get caught. Okay. I really have to pee. I drank too much water. Hi, Mom. Can I do the capstone? Oh, that was you guys saying hi to my mom. Thick block. Okay. Okay. Oh, at some point Glenn Miller ended. Gosh diddly darn. Thank you for coming to the 7th weekly Fireside Chat. I am your host, Kyle M. Gresco. Good night, gamers, and good night, fellow Americans. I'll see you next week, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't get stabbed by a murder hornet. Oh, I really hope that was good. How long has it been? 42 minutes!